What's up, everybody? It's Bodyhead Productions here, and today we're back with another list countdown video. And today we're going to get into something simple. It's going to be my favorite story mode, campaign mode video games. So without further ado, let's start the list off. Coming in at number 5, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
50,000 people used to live here.
What a legendary intro that was. Call of Duty has not always been known for its campaigns. Hell, now it doesn't even have a campaign, ironically. But that does not take away from the fact this campaign was one in a million. The legendary sniper mission in Chernobyl will forever go down in my top 5 missions of all time. One of the funnest memories I ever had playing Call of Duty. And then there's also the nuke being dropped as you're attempting to get away via helicopter. It ends up taking the whole unit out. And the main thing is, these characters end up playing a big role later in the story. No spoilers in this video, but so many landmark moments of the Call of Duty series happened in this game. And it's the Call of Duty game that I remember the most, and that stands out to me the most. For both the online, but especially the campaign, was so fucking cool. The end of this campaign is also one of the craziest what the fuck moments in recent gaming history. If you've never played before, you gotta check it out. Coming in at number 4, we have Fallout New Vegas. The house always wins. Or does he? Or does the Courier win? Or does the NCR win? Or does Kaiser's Legion win? The endless options of Fallout New Vegas makes it one of the best ever, and my personal favorite Fallout game. The world is as expansive as ever, but the ending has so many options. Are you gonna take over the Vegas Strip? Or let the Strip continue to be run by robots? Are you gonna help the NCR defend the Hoover Dam? Or are you gonna destroy the Hoover Dam with Kaiser's Legion? Will you enlist the help of the random tribes scattered throughout Vegas? The Boomers, the Great Khans, the Kings? There's so many factions to interact with, and each helps carve a unique story to that player. I've replayed this game about 15 times, and it can be played completely differently each time. Absolutely amazing. As far as replayability, this might be my number 1 game of all time. So many cool things you can unlock with this game, and so many different ways to play. Now, coming in at number 3, God, this one, everyone loves this game. We got Mass Effect 2. You thought Commander Shepard couldn't get any more badass than the first game? Well, you know what? Hold my beer. It's time to up the ante. The coolest part of Mass Effect is the crew relations. The more you explore your crewmates, the more missions you'll unlock. The more backstory you learn, the greater the relationship will become. And a synergy forms there, which is actually something pretty cool because this is the first time I've really seen that much of an effect made based on whether or not you talked to your teammates. And ultimately, this is the only way to attempt to hope that your whole team survives the suicide mission ending. Mass Effect 2 was the best of the trilogy, and that is saying a lot. But the relationships you formed in this game, just unbeatable. Now, coming at number 2 on my personal list, and man, this was really hard to choose, but number 2, BioShock. A man chooses, a slave obeys. One of the creepiest lines of all time, yet it will never leave your mind. That moment, and you all know what I'm talking about if you played that game, when you find out what's going on, one of the greatest twists in video game history. BioShock's really tricked its way into the record books. Now, BioShock's story is one of the greatest in gaming history, but it's amplified by its surroundings. In a lot of my videos, I focus on the atmosphere in games, or talking about just the world it's taking place in. But BioShock's atmosphere takes the cake. The world of BioShock, the city of Rapture, no game has ever come close to recreating this type of environment. It's like, and I think the reason why I liked it so much is it feels like Condemned meets Half-Life meets Portal in a sense meets Rainbow Six Vegas. It's so freaking cool how much they combined. And the BioShock atmosphere, it's just half deserted, destroyed, and it's a crazed city that feels so alive. I mean, from the different kinds of splicers to the funny characters. Yes, I'm looking at you, Sander Cohen. And of course, the legendary Big Daddy. BioShock's world is easily my favorite setting across all games. And that's saying a lot because I know a lot of people ripped on Bioshock Infinite for not being exactly what Bioshock 1 was. But even Columbia, I thought, was one of the most well-developed worlds in all of gaming. This team has just done such a great job. These Bioshock games are just they're so unique and they're individual. And when you go to them, you felt like you're going to a place you've never gone to before. And as much praise as I have to give all these games, they all fail to grab that number one spot the way this game did. Red Dead Redemption 2. There is too much to be said. But the constant theme of redemption that is felt throughout the game, it's like a beating pulse. It grows deeper and it just starts beating more and more as the game goes on until eventually you'd have to be blind not to see this theme. And that's my favorite part of the game is how it will, like, if you make it to the end, it will draw emotions out of you. But we'll get to that in a bit. So the game starts off after the Blackwater Massacre. You're taking control of Arthur Morgan. And there will be no spoilers during this, but this is the first time I really felt the transformation of the character I was playing as. For example, the use of music in flashback during significant horse rides to important story mission locations.
That's the way. That's the way.
There's a good man within you. But he is wrestling with a giant.
Adds a chilling effect, especially taking into account everything that's been going on. This story is better than movies, it's better than books, and they took their time with it too. It is a very long game, but it works out because they're able to draw their plan out perfectly. I've never seen so many well-developed characters. They have about 8 developed characters that are better than the main character of so many other games. And that ties directly in with the character dialogue. The character dialogue is absolutely unbeatable. From the camp encounters to the weird stories shaping the world, the game is unlike anything I've ever played. The voice acting is absolutely incredible. I want to hang out with Charles Smith. I want to grab a beer with Javier Escuela. I want to punch Michael Bell in the fucking mouth. Like, you will get to know these people, and, like, it's really cool the way they integrate random conversation at the camp depending on what's going on around the camp. For example, like, say you get done with, like, robbing a random stagecoach you just found, you come back, random conversations could trigger with random people in the camp. Very cool mechanic. But the story of this game is so incredible, so incredible. As soon as I beat Red Dead Redemption 2, I started it over immediately. This game just offers so much, more than any game I've ever played in my life, and I really can't get over how much they packed into it. It put the most recent console generation to its limits, absolutely without a doubt. And like I said, no spoilers, but the ending almost had me crying. There's a couple parts where I was like, my God, man. I absolutely love Westerns, so I'm a little biased. I was able to live in a Western world for the first time ever in this game. Never able to do that before. But my God, if you have not played Red Dead Redemption 2, you need to get on it. Guys, this has been Bodyhead Productions, top 5 favorite story modes, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.